Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Wardog TV for another live broadcast of live Wardog Athletics. We are back at Turner Field for the Lady Wardogs matchup tonight. Thank you for joining us as they take on the Vinita Lady Hornets in a District 4A7 matchup. I'm Coach Chad Davis, Director of Athletics here at Miami Public Schools, and excited to be back with you this evening to bring you Lady Wardog softball live from Harley Turner Field in beautiful Miami, Oklahoma. We are excited to be live on the new Wardog TV, which is now the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports, performances, and special event broadcast. This has been a dream in the works for a few years now for Miami schools. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we'll do everything we can to provide high-quality broadcast and video content to Wardogs all around the world, not only in the world of athletics, but also in the world of fine arts, band, choir, etc. Always want to take time to thank Miami Public Schools Superintendent Nick Highsmith and Attendant Superintendent Kenny Iverson, Assistant Superintendent, I should say, Kenny Iverson, for their support. The Miami Board of Education, thank you very much for everything you do. And the executive producer of all Wardog TV events is Mr. David Frazier. Couldn't do it without David. So thank you guys for that.
Leading off for Vinita, number 1, Addie Osborne.
And we're diving right into live softball. Freshman pitcher Danae Green takes the mound against Osborne, the leadoff hitter for the Lady Hornets. And she swings and takes strike one. Again, thank you for joining us live here at Harley Turner Field. We are just underway, just one pitch in at the bottom of the first inning between the Lady Wardogs and the Lady Hornets of Vinita. Danae Green jumps way ahead, up 0-2 now on Osborne. And that's ball one. Count goes to 1-2. Thank you. Again, number 1, Addie Osborne at the plate for Vinita, center fielder. She takes ball 2. Counts even at 2-2. Another beautiful day here at Harley Turner Field. This is the last home game of the regular season for the Lady Wardogs as they will celebrate senior night following today's varsity game. Osborne fell behind 0-2 and has now taken 3 straight balls to bring the count to full count. That ball's fouled off. Count remains 3-2. Home plate umpire today is Mr. Wyatt Bowers. Field umpire, Mr. John Tamir. Thank you guys for working today's game. Lady Wardogs are coached by head coach Lauren Strack, assisted by Eric Iverson, and intern Rebecca Bell, former Lady Wardog. That pitch is fouled off. Count remains full. Opening batter, and she's getting ready to see her 8th pitch of the at-bat. That ball is popped up. Catcher Brooklyn Powell falls underneath it, makes the play for out number 1. Nice play by Powell on the pop-up. 1 out.
Now batting number 21, Cynthia Martin.
That'll bring up number 21, Cynthia Martin, for the Lady Hornets, playing shortstop today. She fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Lots of action going on here everywhere at Miami Public Schools. Our 7th grade football team is currently over at Robertson Field right now, hosting the Labette County Grizzlies in 7th grade football. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 8th grade team will follow them at approximately 6:30, and then the junior varsity football team will end up tonight at the stadium against the Grove JV Ridge Runners. That ball is grounded to shortstop Sydney Forrester. She's up with it, makes the throw over to first, and good snag over there by Faith Lemons. The umpire wanted to make sure she stayed on the bag, and she did. Good play there for out number 2. And that'll bring up number 20, Sarah Hensey. Hensey playing third base today. She swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Strike 1. Infield today is catcher Brooklyn Powell, pitcher Danae Green, first baseman Faith Lemons, second baseman Carly Cook, shortstop Sydney Forrester, and third base Lindsey Pilkington. Hence he takes ball one inside. In the outfield, left field, Hayden Davis. Center field is senior Brooke Bayshore, and right field is Logan Cheney. That ball's grounded to Pilkington at third. She's up with it, makes the throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Wardogs. We move into the bottom of the first. No score. The Lady Wardogs did come into today's game with an overall record of 18-8 and are currently tied for first place in District 4A7 with an 8-2 record with Sky Took. As we said last Thursday, last time we were here live at Harley Turner Field, the Lady Wardogs are playing really, really good softball at the right time of the year. They are currently on a 10-game winning streak and have won 13 of their last 15 games overall. Again, this is one of two softball games this week. The Lady Wardogs will play their last regular season game tomorrow on the road at Oologah. That is a makeup game from a little earlier this month. Again, Lady Wardog varsity will be on the road at Oologah. Our junior high Lady Wardog softball team will play their last regular season game of the year right here at Harley Turner Field tomorrow at 5 p.m., also against the Oologah Lady Mustangs. Leading off in the bottom of the first will be shortstop number 14, sophomore Sydney Forrester for the Lady Wardogs.
Leading off for the Wardogs, number 14, Sydney Forrester.
Last Thursday, if you remember right, and you were joining us here live on Wardog TV, Forrester took the very first pitch she saw to deep right center field. She leads off here again today. Swings at the first pitch again. This one is fouled off. Count is 0-1 to Forrester. That's up and out. Counts even at 1-1. Forrester now has 10 home runs on the year, coming in batting just under .580 for the year. Definitely has a ton of power in her bat. That's low and inside for ball two. Count is now 2-1. We're here in the bottom of the first inning. Leadoff batter Sydney Forrester at the plate. That pitch she hits, and it's ripped in between shortstop and third base, and that's a nice way to start. Forrester with the single. And that'll bring up third baseman, freshman number 7, Hayden Pilkington to the plate.
Now coming to the plate, number 7, Hayden Pilkington.
Pilkington also had a huge home run in the bottom of the second inning last Thursday against Cleveland, which was her second of the year. She's ripped one up the middle. Nice base hit. Didn't take long. Saw something she liked, and it's sent right back up the middle with back-to-back singles for the Lady Wardogs. And that'll bring first baseman, junior number 22, Faith Lemons to the plate for the Lady Wardogs. Lemons batting .405 on the year. She has 4 doubles, a triple, and does have a home run. Will also pitch for the Lady Wardogs, playing first base to start the game, and she takes a strike right on the outside corner. 0-1 to Lemons. That ball's low inside. There's a snap throw to first. It is overthrown. Pilkington will advance. Forrester will advance. That overthrow error will advance the runners to second and third as Lemons took ball one. So again, both Forrester and Pilkington advanced to third and second base respectively on the overthrow to first. And now Faith Lemons has a great chance to get us on the board right in the bottom of the first. Yeah, Lemons with a great hit over the shortstop, and that's going to score both of those runners. Clutch hitting by Faith Lemons. That'll score both Forrester and Pilkington, and now the Lady War Dogs lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Great start again for the Lady War Dogs.
Now coming to the plate, number 9, Brooklyn Powell.
And coming to the plate now is catcher, junior, number 9, Brooklyn Powell. Brooklyn batting .320 on the year. Has 14 hits, 7 doubles, and does have a home run. She takes a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Powell. Faith Lemons on first with after the 2-run RBI single over the shortstop. Lady War Dogs lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. That ball is low and inside. Lemons with the stolen base to second. Runner in scoring position for Brooklyn Powell. Count 1-1 to Powell. She rips the ball, just fouling down the third baseline. Count now 1-2. I almost wanted to say I'm joined in the booth, but actually I'm allowed to join in the booth with both David Davis and Amanda Hurd, who do everything, clock operation, walk-up music, official scores book, game changer. So a lot of activity going on always for our kids, trying to give our viewers and our audience the best views available. Another fouled off ball. And great experience anytime you come to a live home event. Appreciate their help. And it's an extra special night here at Turner Field as we celebrate our 4 senior softball players tonight. And that'll take place shortly after the conclusion of this game. Only one game here tonight, varsity only, and this is a District 4A7 contest. After fouling off 2 hard balls, Powell takes ball 2 to even the count 2-2. Again, Faith Lemons on second in scoring position after a 2-run RBI single and a stolen base to second. Good take there to bring the count to full, 3-2. Another pretty day here in Miami, Oklahoma. Windy day today, ball blowing out, so balls hit high and hard. The wind's going to help get some balls out of this facility today. Powell fouls another pitch off. 3-2 is the count still, full. No outs here. Again, we're in the bottom of the first inning. The Lady War Dogs lead the Lady Hornets of Vinita 2-0. Powell gets a hold of one. That ball is caught. Pretty good play there by the third baseman for out number 1. Lemons is got a great lead off second base and actually was able to make it back. But that's the first out for the Lady War Dogs here. And that'll bring up Carly Cook, second baseman, number 3, junior.
Now batting number 3, Carly Cook.
Cook takes ball 1. That ball does get away from the catcher. Lemons is able to advance to third. Good base running there. Count is 1-0 to Cook, and she has a runner in scoring position. And she's looking for her 15th RBI of the year, batting just over .430 on the season. That's ball 2 outside, 2-0 to Cook. This is the time of the day where you'd much rather be coaching first base than third base. I'm looking over at Coach Ivy, and he's over there hanging out in the shade, and Coach Strack's over there baking in the sun. Again, not too terribly warm today, nice and windy. But I think people around here are ready for some fall weather. Count goes 3-0. Hitters count to Carly Cook. That ball stays outside, and Carly Cook takes 4 pitches and gets the walk to first base. Great base running from first to second. Great awareness there. Now we got runners on second and third. We have 1 out.
Now batting number 2, Hayden.
And that's number 2, Hayden Davis, a junior, coming up to plate, playing left field today with a great chance to tack on some more runs here for the Lady Wardogs in the bottom of the first. She takes strike 1. Count is 0-1 to Davis. There is no relation between Coach Davis and Hayden Davis, but I still claim them. Great kids, great parents. Davis fouls off her second pitch, falls behind 0-2. The pitcher for the Lady Hornets is number 12, Brooklyn Phillips. That ball's just low. And that is ball 1 to Davis. 1-2 is the count. Takes ball 2. Count is even now, 2-2. Davis hits one to the shortstop. That ball's up and throw over. The throw is in time, but Hayden Davis does pick up an RBI, scoring Faith Lemons from third. Nice job there by Hayden Davis, getting another run in for the Lady Wardogs, who now lead 3-0. And that'll bring up right fielder, freshman number 24, Logan Cheney. Carly Cook did advance from second to third on the Hayden Davis ground out to shortstop. Another runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Logan Cheney sees the first pitch, hits one to left field, and that will get down. Nice piece of hitting there by Cheney right out of the gate. That scores Carly Cook easily from third base, and the Lady Wardogs now lead 4-0. Taking advantage of early base running and some timely hitting. This is something the Lady Wardogs have done a great job of during this winning streak, and it's continuing right now. And that's going to bring up one of our 4 seniors, number 13, Rebecca Bolton, our designated player today. Logan Cheney on first after the RBI single. Becca Bolton takes ball inside. Logan Cheney with a huge lead decides to stay on first. Count 1-0 to Bolton. We are in the bottom of the first inning here. Lady Wardogs winning 4-0. Good pitch on the inside corner. It was fouled off by Bolton for strike 1. Bolton squares the bunt. Ball gets down, but it is foul. Pretty good effort there by Bolton. Got a great jump But unfortunately, that ball stayed inside the batter's box for strike two. Count 1-2 to Rebecca Bolton. That's a pretty good pitch right on the outside corner to Bolton. She is punched out, and that will end the inning. Good inning, great start by the Lady War Dogs as they lead 4-0 heading into the second inning. I'd like to thank everyone who helped make last Friday's homecoming and Hall of Fame day just really, really special for everyone involved. Congratulations to our 2022 homecoming queen, Jericho Burrow, and homecoming king, Mr. Anthony Rosado. Congratulations to those two seniors. Homecoming parade had 42 total entrants in it. Greatly attended, great Wardog pride. Was all up and down the streets. Actually had a couple of alumni that were back in town for the first time in a while talk about how they were swelling up for pride. So that's pretty special when you got alumni who are back in town and have nothing but great things to say about their experience. Congratulations again to the 1972 men's undefeated state championship basketball team who was inducted into the 5th class of the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame on Friday at an 11 a.m. luncheon. Every player living, with the exception of one, was able to be in attendance. They've lost one player from that team who's passed away. All other members are living, and every member other than one was able to attend. So just a great, great show by that group, and we were really excited to induct them, and congratulations again to the 72 team. What a great day it was last Friday. So here's Danae Green back in the top of the second after a 1-2-3 inning. She's pitching to number 6, Olivia Vaughn, the catcher for the Lady Hornets, and she fouls off the first pitch. Count is 0-1. It's a really good pitch on the inside corner, called for strike 2. Green jumps ahead early. Danae Green has 92 strikeouts on the year. Has a chance today to get to 100. It won't happen on this one as that one's grounded to Cook. She's up with it. Good throw over to first for out number 1. Okay, well, something, a ball must have been fouled off a foot or something because we're saying we're still in the box here. And just like that, she does get her a strikeout. So the out is back on the board. We apologize there.
Now batting number 44, Emma Gomez.
But that goes down as a strikeout for Danae Green, who now has 93 strikeouts. That's ball 1 to Green. Yeah, so we're having a discussion up here like, what happened? We thought we had a pretty clean ground out. That ball's fouled off the batter in the box. I'm wondering if that was fouled off of her foot or must have hit her leg or something. But as far as it took, I mean, it took off to Carly on a bead, so we just assumed that was a hard hit ball and a good play. But he called it foul, and Danae Green got a strikeout. And that is a dead ball, so number 44, Emma Gomez, will advance on the hit batsman.
Next up to bat number 4.
Now the Lady Hornets, with one out, have a lady on first, and that'll bring up. That's number 8, number 4, Mac Messick. Matt Messick playing right field today for the Lady Hornets. She swings at the first pitch and misses. Danae Green ahead in the count, 0-1. That ball is popped up into play, left field. Hayden Davis with a good jump gets under it for out number 2. can't take those balls for granted at Turner Field. And when you're in left and that ball is, when you look up, it is right into the sun. So really nice play by Hayden Davis. And that brings up number 8, Shelby Henson, playing second base for the Lady Hornets. She takes a called strike on the outside corner. Henson, the 7th batter in the lineup, swings and misses for strike 2. That ball's fouled away. Count remains 0-2. Again, Emma Gomez is on first base after being hit by a pitch. Lady Hornets have 1 on first. Danae Green has an 0-2 count to Shelby Henson here in the top of the second. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Good changeup there to get the swinging strike for out number 3. Great pitch by Danae Green to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Lady Wardogs up 4-0. Just a few more events happening this week for Wardog Athletics. Not as busy as a week as we get to the end of softball seasons here. And cross country. Speaking of cross country, they will be in action again tomorrow, September 27th. They will be traveling to Adair for the Adair Invitational High School meet at 3 p.m. Again, that is high school boys and girls at the Adair Invitational at 3 o'clock p.m. As we said earlier on here in the broadcast, high school softball will play their last regular season game. That'll be tomorrow night at Oologah at 5 p.m. And our junior high Lady Wardog softball team will play their final game of the regular season. No postseason in junior high play, so it'll be their last game of the year. And they'll be right here at Harley Turner Field tomorrow at 5 p.m. Invite you to come out tomorrow to support these young Lady Wardogs as they close out their season against Oologah. And then we'll end up the week on Friday. Wardog football will travel to Tulsa McLean High School. That's a district game, and that will start at 7 p.m. at Tulsa McLean. And as we start here in the bottom of the second, we'll have senior center fielder number 30, Brooke Bayshore.
Leading off the bottom of the second, number 30, Brooke Bayshore.
Ball's low and inside. Count 1-0 to Brooke Bayshore. Got an official's timeout here. Again, senior Brooke Bayshore at bat. And the fact, if she's a senior, that means her dad's getting old. Her dad is State Representative Steve Bayshore, a Miami native, who's a great supporter of Lady Wardog softball amongst other several areas in the school district. Appreciate Representative Steve Bayshore and his family for all they do. This is his daughter Brooke at bat, and she's 1-1. Pretty good cut there, but fouls it off. Falls behind in the count 1-2 to pitcher number 12, Brooklyn Phillips. Another good crowd on hand here at Harley Turner Field. Lady Wardog softball enjoys tremendous support from the community and their booster club. Appreciate everybody coming out today to support these young ladies. Bayshore gets a hold of one. That ball's going to fall down in right field, right in front of the right fielder, but that goes down as a base hit, and Bayshore leads off the bottom of the second inning with a single. Good at bat there by Brooke Bayshore. And that brings up Sydney Forrester.
Now batting number 14, Sydney Forrester.
Again, Sydney's a sophomore shortstop. Leadoff hitter for the Lady Wardogs. Follows Brooks Bayshore, who's on first after a nice single. Sydney takes the first pitch. That ball's hit really, really well, and it leaves the yard. Sydney Forrester again goes deep for the 11th time of the season. This ball to left center, and that puts the Lady Wardogs up 6-0 as they start to open up against the Lady Hornets. Yeah, that's a second ball that Sydney has hit in the area that is, we'll just call it non-manicured. And that's pretty far out there. So, again, just a great piece of hitting, just tremendous power out of the sophomore shortstop, Sydney Forrester. Lady Wardogs now up 6-0, and that brings up freshman, third baseman, number 7, Hayden Pilkington. That ball gets away from Miss Brooklyn Phillips for ball 1. I'm going to say that one wasn't quite the shot that it was against Cleveland, but then again, I don't know that we'll see one as good as that. The one that she hit at Cleveland was just smoked. I mean, it almost hit Mushroom Farm Road. It was hit so well. Pilkington takes strike 1. Count is even to 1-1. I do see that Sydney Forrester's ball was recovered out there by a young herd. Mama needs to spray him and check him for ticks when he comes back. Good piece of hitting there by Pilkington. That ball was just on the outside corner of the plate, and she took a stab at it and poked it in for her second single of the day. Good piece of hitting there by Hayden Pilkington. And that brings back up to bat junior first baseman, number 22, Faith Lemons.
Now coming to the plate, number 22, Faith Lemons.
Lemons had a 2-run RBI single in the bottom of the first. Swings at the ball up and away, ends up getting a bat on it, and actually beats the throw to first base. Good piece of hitting and running by the junior first baseman, and Pilkington advances to second. Lady Wardogs again threatening. Runners on first and second with no outs here for catcher Brooklyn Powell.
Now batting number 9, Brooklyn Powell.
Brooklyn Powell squares to bunt. That ball gets past the catcher, and that advances the runners. Pilkington to third and Lemons to second. Another RBI opportunity for the Lady Wardogs as Powell falls behind in the count 0-1. That ball is popped up and out of play. 0-2 now to Powell. Brooklyn Powell, known by her teammates and a lot of Wardog fans as BP. So if you hear that in the background, you'll know why. And random thought that I'm just picked up on is her right stirrup is outside her cleat instead of inside. Just a random, just something I noticed. She's like, not taking my cleat off. I'm going to throw it over the top. I'll be just fine. She fouls that one off. Count remains 0-2. That ball was hit really, really well. Just got out in front of it just a hair. Pretty good take there for ball 1. Count 1-2 again. Pilkington on third, Lemons on second. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Lady Wardogs leading 6-0. Turns on one there. Ball is popped up. The catcher is up with it for out number 1. And that'll bring up number 3, second baseman, junior Carly Cook.
Now batting number 3, Carly Cook.
Cook squares to bunt, pulls back for ball 1. That ball gets past the catcher. Good jump there by Pilkington, and she will score without a play. Good piece of base running there, and Lady Wardogs tack on another one and now leads 7-0. Lemons advances from second to third. Count goes 2-0 to Carly Cook. That ball's just inside for ball 3. Carly Cook in her second at bat and has seen 7 straight balls. And she'll see her 8th straight ball as she has back-to-back walks on 8 pitches. She advances to first. Runners at the corners now for number 2 left fielder Hayden Davis.
Now
Davis squares to bunt. Cook looked to advance, but it's going to end up staying on first. Hayden Davis takes ball 1. That ball is inside. Carly Cook will advance to second without a play. 2-0 to Hayden Davis. Runners now on second and third for the Lady Wardogs. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here live on Wardog TV for this broadcast of Lady Wardog Softball live from Harley Turner Field. Hayden Davis takes strike 1. Touches the inside quarter. Hayden Davis goes now 2-1 to Phillips, the pitcher. Coach Strack with a coach's timeout here. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Faith Lemons. That was the reason for the coaches meeting with the umpire, and that's number 18, Gabby Raymond, on to run for the Lady Wardogs. Used to call that pinch runner back in the day. Now it's a courtesy runner. It's true. Pinch runner is more of a baseball term. Pinch runner comes in baseball. They then take that position in the field, as me and Mrs. Amanda Hurd were just discussing. In softball, it rarely happens, so they call it a courtesy. So Faith Lemons will re-enter in the field here in the top of the third, as Hayden Davis has brought the count back to full. 3-2. Again, runners on second and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning, where the Lady Wardogs have tacked on 3 more to lead 7-0. Hard hit ball to shortstop. Shortstop comes up with it, makes the throw to first. But again, Hayden Davis gets another RBI, and that scores Gabby Raymond from third. Lady Wardogs tack on another run and now lead 8-0 here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up right fielder, sophomore number 24, Logan Cheney.
Now batting number 24, Logan Cheney.
We're in the bottom of the second here with 2 outs. Got a runner on third base for Cheney with another RBI opportunity. Hit the ball hard last time, got an RBI. See if she can make that happen again. Takes her first pitch inside for ball 1. Cheney fouls that one off for strike one. Counts 1-1 now. That ball is low and inside. Ball two, and gets away from the catcher. Good piece of base running there by Carly Cook, and she scores the 9th run of the evening. Lady Wardogs now lead 9-0. Count goes 2-1 to Cheney. Base is now empty with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That's swing and a miss for strike 2. Count now even. That ball's hit hard and popped up. Ball does hang up there a little bit. And that's the center fielder being able to make the play out there. That's Addie Osborne, and she makes out number 3 to retire the side. But not before the Lady Wardogs tack on 5 more runs and stretch the lead to 9-0 as we head into the top of the 3rd inning. All right. Just got a nice stat by Mr. Davis here to my right. Said that was the 2nd straight inning that the Lady Wardogs sent 8 to the plate. Generally, that works out being a pretty good day when you're sending 8 to the plate per inning. Lady Wardogs, again, playing really good softball, timely hitting, great base running. Couple that with some really nice defense behind pitchers Danae Green and Faith Lemons, and you get yourself a pretty good winning streak, in which they're enjoying right now. Again, top of the 3rd inning, we got freshman pitcher Danae Green on the mound. She's got 2 more strikeouts today, and her total is 94 for the season, working close to that 100 strikeout mark. And here in the top of the 3rd, she will see the 7th batter in the lineup. Number 15, Emma Hartley, the designated player. And again, 9-0 lead. Lady Wardogs have sent 8 to the plate for both innings, and Vinita is still working to get through their lineup the very first time. So just a good blend going on right now on the offense and defense side of the ball for the Lady Wardogs, as Emma Hartley swings and misses for strike 1. That pitch is outside. Count goes even, 1-1. That ball's fouled out of play. Strike 2. Good pitch on the outside corner, just missed. The count is even to 2-2. Change up there is poked through, and that'll be a base hit for number 15, Emma Hartley. And the Lady Hornets lead off the top of the 3rd with a single. And that'll bring up number 16, Hallie Todd, to the plate, playing left field. Courtesy runner comes in for Hartley. Courtesy runner is number 2, Sparks, for Vinita. Again, we're in the top of the 3rd inning here. Lady Wardogs lead 9-0. Leadoff single by the Lady Hornets. Brings up the number 8 batter in the lineup, Hallie Todd. Facing freshman pitcher Danae Green. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Look down and see the legend of Jim Ellis seeing his second or third Lady Wardog softball game in his career. Appreciate you, Jim, supporting our kids like you always do. That ball's fouled off to play, 1-1. Jim Ellis, a member of the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame and the Special Recognition Wing. Long-time sports writer for the Miami News Record. We appreciate everything Jim does for sports, not only in Miami but in northeastern Oklahoma as a whole. That was a swing and a miss for strike 2. Danae Green ahead in the count, 1-2 here to Todd, the left fielder. Danae tries that outside corner again, just misses, evens the count, 2-2. Good pitch there and turned on pretty good. Hayden Davis with a really nice jump on it, but just falls in play out of the reach of Davis. Count remains 2-2. Good pitch there. That is a drop third strike, but first base is occupied, but yet she detaches, so she is in play, and that is going to be a double play. Good heads-up play there by catcher Brooklyn Powell to notice that the girl on first had taken a lead off, and that puts her in play as a runner, and the Lady Wardogs pull the strikeout throw-out for the double play for the first and second outs here in the top of the third inning. Again, nice heads-up play there by catcher Brooklyn Powell, first baseman Faith Lemons, and Carly Cook. Great execution there. Lady Wardogs get past the opening single, and now the bases are empty. As Danae Green pitches to the top of the lineup, this is number 1, Addie Osborne. And she swings and misses for strike 1. That ball's popped up softly to the pitcher. Easy play for Danae Green for the third out. So the Lady Hornets get a leadoff single but are unable to capitalize on it. Lady Wardogs get out of it. No damage done, and we head to the bottom of the third. Lady Wardogs still with a comfortable 9-0 lead. I'd like to thank everybody who joined our broadcast last Friday night as the Wardogs hosted the number 1 team in the state, the Cushing Tigers. Over 1,200 viewers is what Wardog football is averaging on Friday nights on Wardog TV, so we're incredibly thankful for all of our viewers and all the support. We have our very first sponsor for Wardog football on Wardog TV. Special thank you to the Modoc Tribe, who will be sponsoring our senior night game on Wardog TV. Thank you guys for your support, as always. Again, Wardog football did suffer their second loss of the year to fall to 2-2 last Friday night, and they are now 0-1 in district play after playing an incredibly talented Cushing football team. Wardogs were able to tack on a few scores late, but just too much firepower on the Cushing side of the field. The Wardogs will be back in district play. As we said earlier, they'll be traveling to Tulsa McLean on Friday to try to get that record in the district even back up to 1-1 as they look to a part of their schedule where they feel like there's some winnable games here over this next stretch of 4 or 5 before playing host to another very talented football team, a top 5 perennial in the Wagner Bulldogs for senior night. But very important 4 or 5 weeks coming up here for Wardog football. They're hoping to catch fire just like this Lady Wardog softball team has at the end of their season, to be playing at a very high level right when you want it to happen. So I know there's probably questions out there on what the postseason is going to look like for the Lady Wardog softball team, and what we know is we don't know anything. So I hope that helps you guys out there. But no, all honesty, that really is the case. We have this game where we're enjoying a comfortable lead. We have another one tomorrow. Depends. We have to win both. Skytook is playing the J Lady Bulldogs tonight in their last district game. So if we end up tied, it comes down to some run differential and several different tiebreakers. So we hope to know more by Tuesday night and for sure by Wednesday and Thursday. Again, we're in the bottom of the third inning here, and leading off for the Lady War Dogs is designated player Becca Bolton. She squares to bunt. Misses the ball, but she stayed square for strike one against Becca Bolton, one of our 4 seniors who will be honored tonight following this game for the Lady War Dogs softball senior night. She is the designated player. And if you've never seen Lady War Dogs softball senior recognition night, it's very, very special, very neat thing that Lauren Strack and her staff puts together for the kids. As Bolton grounds out to the pitcher for out number 1. And they couple that recognition with the Booster Club feeding all the parents and the players. Just a really neat experience for our senior girls to go out the right way here at Harley Turner Field. So Becca Bolton grounds out for out number 1, and that'll bring up another senior, number 30, Brooke Bayshore, playing center field today. Again, we are in the bottom of the third with 1 out. Brooke Bayshore takes strike 1 right on the outside corner. Bayshore with a good swing on the ball, but that does go out of play, and she falls behind in the count 0-2. Good piece of hitting there by Brooke Bayshore, but hits it right on the line, but the right fielder is actually playing that line. And she just had to take a few steps to her left to make the catch for out number 2 here in the bottom of the third. And that brings back up for the third time today, shortstop, number 14, Sydney Forrester. Forrester 2 for 2 today, has a single, and her 12th home run of the year was hit her last at bat to left center. Forrester takes ball 1. And I'm looking at our live stream view, what our viewers are seeing. You can see the obvious shift in the outfield. Left, center, and right. They do not expect Forrester to try to poke the ball to right field, playing to her power. She takes ball 2 and is ahead 2-0. That pitch is hit hard up at second base. Second baseman actually makes a really good play on the ball to keep it in front of her, but Forrester does beat the throw, and she has her 3rd hit of the day. Forrester with the infield single here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up freshman third baseman number 7, Hayden Pilkington.
Now batting number 7, Hayden Pilkington.
Again, incredibly hard hit ball there. Good play by the second baseman again to hold Forrester to a single. As Pilkington takes ball 1 low. That ball's outside. 2-0 to Pilkington. Pilkington batting .426 on the year with an OPS of 112, which is incredibly high. Gets on base a ton. Great speed. Nice pull on one there, and that bounces down in front of the right fielder. Forrester is interfered with And I don't know if an umpire saw it or not, but I'm not getting a call. And it looks like no harm, no foul, maybe. So they're going to keep Forrester at second. It looked like clear interference there, but no call there. And Pilkington with a great hit to right field. She ends up with another single, and that brings up Faith Lemons to the plate. Runners on first and second. Lady Wardog's trying to do a damage here with 2 outs. Lemons sees the first pitch she likes. She takes a swing at it. Tough play by the second baseman. She comes up, she bobbles it, and it falls to the ground. And Sydney Forrester, who was running from the jump, good base running there, and she scores all the way from second base on the error by the second baseman for the 10th Lady Wardog run of the day. Pilkington advances to second. And again, Faith Lemons safe on the error. Brings up catcher Brooklyn Powell with her 3rd plate appearance today. Hard hit ball to the shortstop. Pretty good play. Makes the throw over to first, and it is in time to end the threat in the bottom of the 3rd. The Lady Wardogs do get one more run and now lead 10-0 as we move to the top of the 4th. A reminder that anytime we are live, whether it's Wardog football, Lady Wardog softball, it'll be basketball coming up here soon. We'll try to catch a wrestling live stream. We'll try to at least get 2 live streams of every sport if we can. But you can catch any previous live stream at any time at Wardog TV. All live streams are archived. You can go back and watch them at any point and time. We invite you to do that. Share those videos with your friends and family so they can see your kids play. This is a great way for us, again, to bring live Wardog sports to Wardogs all across the country. One of the funnest things when we do these is getting texts from Wardogs who are watching from various places, so keep those coming. We love those comments on our YouTube channel during the live stream. We love those text messages. One that I would definitely invite you to go back and look at if you weren't able to last Friday. We interviewed myself and Coach Paxson on Friday night. Interviewed Wardog and Sooner legend Tinker Owens live during the 2nd quarter. And that was a fantastic visit by Tinker Owens. That ball is grounded out to 3rd. Pilkington up with it, makes the easy throw over to 1st. And the first pitch is the first out of the inning to Cynthia Martins, who grounds out to Pilkington to 3rd, 1 out. That'll bring up number 20, Sarah Hensey, 3rd baseman for the Lady Hornets. Again, Tinker was in town in Miami because he was a member of that 1972 men's basketball team that was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Tinker Owens became the first 2-time inductee into the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Tinker and all of his teammates. And again, we were really excited to have Tinker join us in the booth during the 2nd quarter from last Friday. So we invite you to go back and check that out. It was a great time. Danae Green pitch falls just a little bit outside, and she now falls behind 2-1 again to 3rd baseman Sarah Hensey. Good pitch there on the inside corner. Evens the count, 2-2. Again, we are in the top of the 4th inning here at Harley Turner Field. Lady Wardogs lead 10-0 over the Lady Hornets of Vinita. That ball is swung and missed. No run on a 3rd strike, and that is strikeout number 3 today for Danae Green for the 2nd out. Number 6, Olivia Vaughn to the plate. Catcher for the Lady Hornets. That's strike one. That pitch is just a little high. Evens the count 1-1 to Osborne. Or excuse me, Vaughn. Good change up there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. Ball high, 2-2. Again, this is a District 4A7 matchup here. This game is important for the Lady Wardogs and their postseason play. That ball is popped up to first baseman Faith Lemons, who comes under it and makes the play for out number 3. No damage done, and the Lady Wardogs will come to the plate in the bottom of the fourth, still leading 10-0. Try to see if we can get an update on our 7th grade football game that's happening right over just about a mile from us here over at Robertson Field. Assistant Athletic Director Rusty Mercer over there managing those games. I'd like to shout out to our workers over there. Nick Talbert keeping the gate. Cameron Jinks subbing for me, doing the PA announcing. Coach Chuck Pruce on the clock. Resource officers Nash Smith, Richard Davis working events tonight. Takes an army to pull off events, and especially when you're doing multiple ones at the same time. Again, I've mentioned both David Davis and Amanda Hurd up in the booth with me here. Coach Haley Barger down in the ticket booth. Kyle Baldridge, 11th, 12th grade principals on site here managing the game. Appreciate everybody on our team who helps pull off these events to keep us running smooth and efficient.
Leading off for the Wardogs, number 3, Carly Cook.
And here we go from the, again, live at Harley Turner Field. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the leadoff batter is junior second baseman number 3, Carly Cook. Cook has yet to see a strike at any plate appearance. That's a ball inside. Count is 1-0 to Cook. Cook swings and misses for strike 1. Just got an update from Assistant Athletic Director Rusty Mercer. The 7th grade football team currently leads Lebec County 15-0 going into the 4th quarter. So 7th grade team has an opportunity to pick up their 3rd win of the year as Cook swings and misses for strike 2. That ball was hit but off of Cook's foot, so it's a foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Again, we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cook squares that one up, and that gets past both the first baseman and second baseman. Nice piece of hitting there by Carly Cook, and she leads off the bottom of the 4th with a single. And that'll bring up another senior, number 21, Lexi Smith.
Now batting, senior number 21, Lexi Smith.
Lexi, the 3rd senior to bat tonight, and she takes ball 1 outside. Yep, I was just given the information that our fourth senior, number 29, Aubrey McClintock, will follow Lexi Smith in the batting order here. So Coach Strag doing a great job making sure our seniors get an opportunity to bat on senior night as Lexi Smith fouls off the second pitch that she sees. Count is now even 1-1. Swing and a miss by Smith. Carly Cook does advance to second on the stolen base. Smith now behind in the count 1-2. Again, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lady Wardogs lead it big, 10-0. Again, senior Lexi Smith, number 21, at the bat for the Lady Wardogs. Tough pitch there, called strike 3, and Smith will go down looking for out number 1. Again, that'll bring up another senior, our fourth one of the night to bat, number 29, Aubrey McClintock.
Now coming to the plate, senior number 29, Aubrey McClintock.
Again, Lady Wardogs do have 4 seniors on this year's squads. All 4 will be honored following the game for the Lady Wardog Traditional Senior Night. That ball does get away from the catcher, Carla Cook, with a good jump, and she advances to third as the count goes 1-0 to McClintock. That is called a strike. Looked a little bit outside from up here, but nonetheless, its count goes to 1-1. That pitch is almost in the same location. Ball's hit hard by McClintock. The pitcher knocks it down, and the throw is in time, but yet McClintock on senior night picks up an RBI. So good job of hitting there. Another run tacked on. Lady Wardogs now lead 11-0 as McClintock is thrown out at first base for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, senior number 13, Becca Bolton.
And for the third consecutive at bat, another Lady Wardogs senior, number 13 designated player Rebecca Bolton at the plate for her third appearance today. And she hits the ball hard between the third baseman and shortstop. Good play by the shortstop, but the throw, just tough play there on a good piece of hitting by Rebecca Bolton for the infield single. And we will have our fourth consecutive senior batting in this inning. Pretty neat, good substitution by Lauren Strack to put all 4 of them batting back to back. That was a pretty neat design there. And senior center fielder number 30, Brooke Bayshore, back at the plate for the Lady Wardogs. Again, we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lady Wardogs up 11-0. She swings at the first pitch. It's grounded to the pitcher. She makes the throw over to first for the third out. So that'll end the inning. We'll move to the top of the fifth. Again, the Lady Wardogs remain comfortably ahead 11-0 after tacking on another run there in the bottom of the fourth as we move to the top of the fifth inning, and the run rule is in effect, if I'm correct. I believe it's 10 run rule after 5. I'm getting head nods of people that are smarter than me, so I'm going to go with it. Looks like Faith Lemons is going to come on again, just like she did last week, and try to put this thing away. I believe her and Danae Green typically just switch positions, so that'll move Danae Green to first base, Faith Lemons to the circle, and she will try to close this thing out in 5 innings. All right, so number 44, Emma Gomez, comes back to the plate. She plays first base for the Lady Hornets. And again, we have junior pitcher Faith Lemons on the mound, and she throws strike one right out the gate to Gomez. Count 0-1 to Gomez. Again, Faith Lemons in the circle. Danae Green moves over to first. Looks like all other positions stayed the same. Maybe I see McClintock out in right field. Lexi Smith enters in left field. So we have all of our seniors out to finish their senior night game on the field. That ball softly hit to third base. Pilkington up with it. Easy play for out number one. Again, the run rule is in effect. In district play, you have to play at least 5 innings. We are in the top of the 5th. 10-run rule limit is in effect starting in the 5th inning, and the Lady Wardogs up 11-0. Faith Lemons has one out behind her, and she will face number 4, Mac Messick, playing right field for the Lady Wardogs. And Lemons' pitch is popped up. Brooklyn Powell lost it, but Faith Lemons stayed on it, and she makes the play for out number 2. So Lemons trying to make really quick work here for the Lady Hornets. As the third batter of the inning steps up, number 8, Shelby Henson, second baseman, as Lemons has 2 outs on 4 pitches. Throws ball 1. Count is 1-0. That ball touches the outside corner for a called strike. Count now 1-1 to Henson. Good piece of hitting there. That ball is hit up the middle. Bayshore keeps it down in front of her and holds that to a single, but a good hit there. The Lady Hornets have a base runner here on in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. Down 11-0. Number 15, Emma Hartley, steps up to the plate. She's a designated player for the Lady Hornets as she takes ball 1 from Lemons. Good pitch there. Throws it by her. Snap throw from Powell over to the green, but runner is back. But Lemons evens the count 1-1. Another good pitch there. Wow. Hartley way behind there and fouls it off almost into the Lady Wardog dugout for strike 2. Lemons ahead in the count now 1-2. She has an 11-0 run on the board. She has a runner on first base with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. That ball is grounded to Pilkington at third. She's up with it. Good throw over to Green, and that will do it. Lady Wardogs make quick work of the Lady Hornets and win 11-0 in 5 innings for their 11th win in a row. Again, that's their 11th straight win, 14 of their last 16. They are now 9-2 in District 4A7 play to remain in a tie for first place. We have no idea what the Lady Bulldogs of Skytook are doing against the Lady Bulldogs from Jay. But we can only control what we can control, and that's us and winning, which we did today. And we will have 1 district game left tomorrow night at Uigaw at 5 p.m. If we can take care of business over there, we'll let everything else work itself out, and Lady Wardogs still have a chance to host a regional for the 2nd consecutive year here at Harley Turner Field. If we end up falling in 2nd place, the way we expect it to work out is the Lady Wardogs would travel to Stigler for regionals out at Stigler. So, again, this is Coach Chad Davis. I've been with you live here for the last varsity home game. We're getting ready to honor our 4 seniors. Appreciate all the support that you give Wardog TV, Lady Wardog Softball, and Wardog Athletic as a whole. We're going to keep the feed live here. I personally am going to sign off and mute the mic here, but we're going to keep the camera live. We're going to keep the score up there so everybody that logs on late, they would have missed it. Again, Lady Wardogs take care of business 11 to nothing for their 11th straight win, and we're going to keep it live here. We're going to keep the window open where you should be able to hear the mic and the PA and be able to let you enjoy Lady Wardog Senior Night. Again, I'm going to sign off here for this part. I'll come back on with you to close this out all together, but Lady Wardog's big 11-0 win over Vinita. Stay with us here as we get ready to honor our seniors. That was first senior recognized, number 13, Becca Bolton. Now number 21, Lexi Smith, being announced and honored here at Turner Field. That was Lexi Smith, our second senior being honored.
Next senior tonight is number 29, Aubrey McClintock.
And our next senior is number 29, Aubrey McClintock, now being announced.
Aubrey.
And that was senior number 3, Aubrey McClintock. And that'll take us to our last senior, which will be number 30, Brooke Bayshore. And now again, one of the really neat traditions that Lady Wardog softball seniors have gone through is they take one final trip around the bases as a group. Again, we are celebrating seniors Becca Bolton, Brooke Bayshore, Aubrey McClintock, and Alexi Smith here after the Lady Wardogs picked up a big 11-0 win in their next to last district game of the year. Again, staying with tradition, all the girls stop at first base, and lots of hugs going on between Becca Bell, intern coach, who made these trips around the bases not too long ago herself. Was just a heck of a player. Rebecca Bell was back in her day, went to NEO A&M College and finished at Rogers State University and capped her career off by winning a national championship. But they stopped by first base, and hugs from Coach Ivy and Coach Bell. They make their trip around second and coming to third base to see head coach Lauren Strack. And this is the worst part of Lauren Strack's job, is this part right here. The really cool thing is this is definitely not the last game that these girls will be playing in. They have one more again, as we said, tomorrow at Oologah on the road. And then they will await their fate at regionals. We can tell you that the Lady Bulldogs of Skytook did beat the J Bulldogs, so Skytook will own the tiebreaker over the Lady War Dogs. So Skytook will finish first. Although we'll be tied with the exact same record, they will own the tiebreaker. Lady Skytook will host, which means the Lady War Dogs will travel. Again, nothing confirmed yet, but we fully anticipate that we will be traveling to Stigler High School for regionals as our seniors cross home base for the last time in their career as they're greeted by the rest of their teammates. Again, just a really, really neat tradition that Coach Lauren Strack has started here. Just a really, really cool time, really memorable senior night ceremony. And then they break it down one last time with their teammates as we finish honoring our seniors. So
Thank you, seniors. Thank you to our coaches. Thank you to the parents. Please stick around and enjoy some food and some time with these kids. And enjoy your evening. Thanks for being here.
So again, we're final sign off here. Again, this is Coach Davis, Athletic Director here at Miami Public Schools. Thank you very much for your support of Wardog Athletics, for Lady Wardog Softball specifically, for joining us on the live stream today, for helping us honor our seniors. We're going to sign off and get out of here. So once again, your final score from Harley Turner Field is the Lady Wardogs 11, the Lady Hornets 0, as they send their seniors off with a big run roll win in the 5th inning. And they will be in action again tomorrow at Oologah, and we will let everyone know through our social media pages where the Lady War Dogs regional site will be. Once again, 11-0 is your score here from Harley Turner Field. Thank you again for your support of Wardog TV. We look forward to joining you again live at our next broadcast, which will be this Friday night for Wardog football live from Tulsa McLean High School. Have a great evening, everyone.